Well, a lot of people may consider you as an underrated artist, not getting the praise that you deserve. But do you consider yourself an underrated artist?
No, because like people like underrated isn't honestly a bad thing. I'd rather be underrated, underappreciated than oversaturated, and then people won't care and they be like, oh my God, was she just die already? And you never want that. Like, I love the fact that a lot of people like, yo, you know who I miss? Whatever happened to her? They're like, yo, she just never got the credit I deserve. I was like, yeah, I just don't feel like paying to be on stuff. Like, people don't realize outside of the industry, half the stuff you see people on, there's a cost that's associated with it. Like, if you want to win all those awards, like, you have to pay your dues. And a lot of people, I just don't choose to cut the check. I'd rather take the slow grind, and people always love me, and I never change, and I'm still relatable, and I still have my privacy, I still have my life, but I still have that respect. So consider me underrated, but when I be around people like Kim Burrell and the Pat LaBelle's, and they love the way I sing, I'm just like, somebody has a nervous, I'm underrated. These are people I call friends, and I have their number in my phone book. Underrate me, I don't give a damn. No, I just be like, I don't even be tripping on stuff like that, because then there's some people that are overrated, and you want them to have a seat. So I'm so glad that the fact that someone is thinking of me enough to, like, as long as the fans are still with me, and I don't even really have the big machine behind me yet, so it's just like the fact that people are still loving me, there's no rater system when it comes to that love. There's no way, if I just touch one life, my job is not in vain,
So when you compare how R&B music was when you first came out to how R&B is now, what do you think has changed the most about it?
I think the standard, they just lowered the standards a little bit. Is that good? No. But is it good for business? Yes, because, stuff happens. There's nothing you can do about it. But, those of us that still remain and that still have our youthful appeal and ain't trying to sit all the young kids down, all you got to do is guide them and be like, yo, you don't have to sing the whole song off key. You don't have to be hollering all over the place. If you don't try to be somebody else, be the first you. Don't be the second somebody else. Like, all you have to do is go out there and sing and let people love you for you. That's the reason why you are here. That's the reason why you are chosen. Like, I can't tell nobody how to be them, and I would advise anybody that's coming from this new sound of music where you really, it's more of image than it is, quality of sound, where they lip sync the whole show or they just sitting out there and I don't understand it. I wasn't allowed to do that. So I guess that's the reason why I came out when I did. I would say it changed to the fact that back in the day was more live bands. You had more people that were loyal to your cause, and that's why you can see still people traveling like years and years later with the same band. Well, now with people, like, you see them one week and then next week you see them, their whole crew is gone. They have a new plethora of people around them. I'm like, there's no loyalty. That's what I would say. And that's when things could come in and all the nepotism, like, oh, well, so-and-so's son is the head of A&R now. He don't know a damn thing about music. He ain't go to none of his piano classes, so he don't really care. He just wants to see some. He just realized that the world is controlled by butts and boobs. So if that's all they want to see, take it off. You don't have to sing. It only lasts for a short while anyway before people are like, I'm tired of this bubblegum. Bubblegum only lasts for a while, but, certain things just outlast when the sugar is gone. So, hey, I'm just glad to be part of the generation that you had to really sing and really be able to do a whole show. I'm talking about you only had one song out, but they book you for a 30 to 45-minute gig. You better be able to entertain them saints. Hello?
Okay. So with this new album, what do you want people to see about you that they haven't seen in your previous albums?
There's really nothing about me that I've hidden before or that anybody hasn't seen. I mean, if they ain't seen it by now. So this is basically for the newer people. They're like, yo, she really can sing. So I want them to go back to what I love about people, they be like, yo, I'm listening to your new song, and that made me go back and try to find your whole album. Oh, my God, they ain't got no more copies. I said, see, that's what y'all get. See, I thought I was going to have all these copies just sitting around for years and years. So I want them to just want that old thing back. So that's basically what I want them to feel, the same way that they felt back in the day when you probably first fell in love with me. Or, like, I ain't never heard of no Lil Mo. I thought she was some rapper girl. And I want the new people to fall in love to just be like, yo, like, you really spoke to my heart. that's basically the way I structure my music anyway, because there's a lot of things that I sing about that I could say I haven't personally been through. Then there's some things that I'll sing about that I'll, like, alter the story to keep some of the people, so they'll remain innocent even though they're probably guilty. But I'll just flip it in a way that a lot of people can relate, because at the end of the day, I can honestly say what we do is with the analytical part is we gauge on where my heavy fan bases are. And I noticed that even though, like, I've never lived, I would say, in the hood or, like, went to a lean-on-me type school, Joe Tuck Parks type school, even though that isn't my personal testimony, the women and the men that I mainly attract are people who come from broken homes with broken hearts and just lifestyles, and they just look up to me. So that's the reason why I always try to, I can't live perfect because I'm not, but they know that through my era, like, I learned so much from that now. You don't know that song helped me walk away from this bad relationship. Like, you just never know that what you're speaking about through your testimony might speak life into somebody. That's what I want people to always get from me, that no matter what you're going through, you can get out of it. There's always a way of escape, and if my music is that, and if that's what gives you the strength to believe in yourself, to love yourself, and to walk away, then so be that. Or sometimes it may make you fall in love. I've heard guys say, this song came on, Forever came on, that's what I'm on, you know what I'm saying? When I get my money up, I'm going to buy my girl a ring, and I want to play that there. And then I'm so inclined in such of a kind-hearted person that there are people, we ain't got no money, but can you call my girl just sing happy? I just do stuff because I'm just like, that's genuine. But when people just start doing it because they think they want to be a part of the, well, I'm going to call her, I'm going to ask her too. I can pretty much sense the genuineness and the realness in other people. So that's why I click with my fan base.
That's good. I love an artist that really loves their fan base, because it just makes the fans feel like, I don't know, like part of their family and stuff. Like, I don't know. So
everybody be like, you seem like my cousin or like my aunt or just like somebody that's from around the way. I'm just like, that's how I fit in. Like, you can put me anywhere in USA, and I'm gonna fit in. I think I learned that at an early age with me being like my dad being in the military. A lot of things that I didn't understand or like when I grew up. Now I'm just like, okay, now I see that God had me all over the world at an early age, because I'd be traveling the world once I, grew up and became a woman. And now I understand, like, you can't go here acting like I feel bad for people who've never been from around their way. Like, I encourage everybody, don't spend that money on trying to go get this and that. Take that couple $100, and if you live in the country, go see the city. You live in the city, go see the country. Just go see other parts of life, respect that, and see what they go through. And then you just never know. Put yourself in their shoes, in their situation, and how would you survive? You can't sit up, y'all niggas ain't doing that, y'all. Like, you don't know what they going through. So put yourself in somebody's shoes for a chance, and how would you better that situation? If you do have a remedy, instead of just talking about the problem, to help them out. So that's me all day.
That's what's up. I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
So you credit Missy Elliott as your big sister in music. What has been the one thing she has taught you, or the advice that she has given you, that you will never forget?
She always told me, just always remember that this is business. There's a lot of people who will try to act like they're your friend just so they can get the good rate of price. She was like, nah. She was just like, just always know this is business. And people will take your kindness and your naivete for weakness. So then that's like when I just like pull my sleeves up, lace my boots up, and it's like, it's time to go to war. Because I did fall into the trap of thinking, I want to manage you, and I have to do this, I have to do that. And next thing you know, I was in a whole heap of mess. You know you're in some mess when there's a heap of it. That's just piles upon piles upon piles. But then I realized that sometimes the only people you can trust is yourself in this business. So that's why I like my crew is so thin right now. The less mess you have, the less stress you have. So you got to keep the best around you and know that we're here to work and we'll have fun and party and, BS around. When it's time. Like, there's a lot of people who will attract yourself to you. You should see how many people now that I'm coming back in the industry, I do this, I do that, I do makeup, I do nails. I was like, nah, I'm good. I got my one little lady that's in my joints that'll never be lifting and popping off. I got my one makeup artist. I have my consistent people who, even when I took the break, was still rocking with me and be like, y'all got to go do this joint over here right quick. They still made sure I was good. I look for consistency and loyalty, especially now.
Yes, that's big.
So, and I learned that basically from her, because it's hard to find loyal people. Because even sometimes family will betray you, but at the end of the day, you got to learn how to love and deal with yourself.
That's true. So now that your new single is out, when can fans expect to see the video for the song?
We're actually shooting the video next Monday and Tuesday. So with that's October 17th and 18th. We're going to, have a couple of day turnaround, and we'll do the final edits and then final approval. So within a week or so, you should be seeing a video. I don't know when we're actually taking it to the major networks because we're trying to beat that holiday rush. A lot of things shut down mid-November, so we'll definitely have it out before then because I see we dropped the video just at a sneak peek just to hold people over until then, and, I dropped it, mad late on a Monday night, and I just been tweeting about it. People was like, yo, that junk is crazy. And I was like, just think a 1 minute 45-second clip of, just basic, sexiness and all of its splendor. Yeah, I'm growing up. Now we're going to shoot a whole real video. So, yeah, I'm just gauging, what people want to see from me because I know what I want to show and I know how far I'll go. So, but with this video, we're about to shoot the concept alone. We're shooting it as if it's a movie. So we really tap into the heart of, of men and women. So just get ready. I hope they're ready for I plan on being the Tyler Perry videos, far as always having a great storyline. I told them when we do this video, I said, I don't want it to look like, all we do is ride up in Bentleys, we hang with everybody, we fly private, we first, that's cool and all, but the majority of people, like I said, as the analyst that will purchase my album, they may have $10 left to their name. Are they going to buy the album and wait till their next paycheck, or are they going to go feed their family? So that's the way I gauge it. So I'm everything I do, I got to make sure the fans are being appreciated, respected, and they also get what they paid for. So we going in.